how do you spend your Valentine?
Obviously, Valentine is an opportunity for people to show love. But we mustn't make it just romantic love.
Yeah.
I mean, my Valentine, my husband and I went for like a dinner and dance for couples, married couples. So we went, there was about 100 couples, and we did renewal of vows and all these kind of things. Wow. Exchange flowers.
Wow.
Yes.
When my wife sees this, she's gonna wonder what happened. Valentine. I mean, Valentine for me was quiet, and what would I say? I'm not representing men here because Valentine is a personal thing. However, my take is just been commercialized. It's so expensive.
Yes.
It's like the beginning of the year is the first major celebration. After Valentine, then we move on to Mother's Day and Father's Day, and then we start counting down. How did I spend it?
Not forgetting Easter.
Actually, Easter is the next one. Is it Mother's Day before Easter?
I think it's Mother's Day before
Easter. Yeah, and Lent.
Yes.
Yeah. So how did I spend it? I think I was spent quietly. Yes. Did I get my sons actually bought flowers and chocolate.
Well, for your wife?
For my wife, yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Me?
They didn't get you anything?
No, they didn't get me anything. No. They didn't get me anything. For me, my wife and I respected at home, and we just chatted and intimately, and it was just
I mean, for those who don't know what Valentine is a day in many parts of the world. Usually February the 14th is actually the day, but there's kind of like that February vibes of showing love to the ones that you care. It's been, like you're saying, it's become very commercial, and I'm sure it has origins that people can go and look into. But the main thing is the fact that it's a reminder for people to show love to one another. That's really what it's supposed to be about.
So what happens on the 15th of February?
A good point. I mean, there's the commercial aspect. People have to make money, but I don't know any significant day that's marked out that's not commercial. So if we are talking about commercial, it's not only Valentine's that's a commercial.
That's so much noise.
It's so much noise. I agree with you, but I believe that it's still important to show love. So if we look behind the commercialism, which unfortunately some people will get trapped into, even people, the pressure sometimes is more on men, I'm sorry to say, to buy things for women. And I often challenge women as well. I said, look, it's not one way. And you can show love to your friends. It doesn't have to be a romantic love because it puts undue pressure, as you rightly said. On the commercial side, everything is expensive. The Valentine's that my husband and I did, we did it actually the Saturday 10th before the actual big hype on the 14th, which was during the week. And yes, we did spend a couple of £100, but it was a very nice dinner. We had a dinner and dance, and it was quite an opportunity for us to go out. Generally, when you have been married for 7 years, in our case, it was 20-something years, you have to be intentional about doing some things. And I think this commercial calendar dates is a reminder.
I love the word intentional, and that is always at the back of my mind. Be intentional in showing your spouse, in showing your partner, in showing your wife, husband, that you care.
Your children, your friends,
yes,
your work colleagues. I think we can extend it.
Absolutely. At home, for instance, my wife loves to cook.
Like my husband loves to cook.
She's an absolutely fantastic cook. If Even if I have to say that.
And that's why I don't ever want you to miss your train to get your... There's nothing worse for somebody who loves cooking like my husband, for you to be there late for what they've planned.
Definitely. And so the least I can do is to worship.
Yes.
So, so I and again, I like washing up. But even if I don't like washing up, I have to show her that I'm not taking her for granted.
Yes.
And this is me as a man saying that some men will look at me now and say, that,
what are you? Are you okay?
That, yeah.
I mean, even my husband says that, he not only likes cooking, he actually likes clearing up, watching, when we have family gatherings, he just loves it, just like your wife does. And I think Valentine's is maybe an opportunity to show somebody that you care. Now, I know one of your arguments is going to be, yes, you can show love every day.
Every day.
And yes, you can. The commercial reminder is what some people need. It's not for everyone. And I think if we go back to the question that you asked, it's been over commercialized. Why? Everything can be commercialized.
But not everything is commercialized.
Christmas is commercialized.
Oh yes, yes.
New Year's is commercialized. Birthdays is commercialized.
Correct.
It just depends how you want to take it. But you can use Valentine's as an opportunity. You can tell that I'm not necessarily somebody saying that we shouldn't celebrate it. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to spend money.
That brings me to my question. What happens to those, especially the man, that cannot afford it? That doesn't have the money to buy, the flowers and the chocolates, and how would you suggest those that do not have that the funds to how would they spend Valentine?
At the end of the day, it can be a meal at home. I mean, could it not? Maybe somebody doesn't usually cook like you, where your wife does majority of the cooking. You might just decide that on Valentine's she's going to sit down and experience your cooking, and you make efforts.
Yes.
That might be a nice gesture for her.
Yes.
She might say, Baba Shala, you're going to cook for me? Okay. Now, it'll be a novelty. It's just to do something novel.
Okay.
And different.
That's a good point. It's a reminder.
It's just a reminder. Okay. And that's how it should be. The over-commercialism of it is just for people to make money, as they do out of everything. So, one of the things I love to do, some of my friends that I know that they live alone or they're going to be on their own, I'll just call them that day, send them a nice message, tell them how I appreciate them as a friend, especially the women that are looking for love and relationship. Because as you know, love and relationship is one of the things that I'm very big on. And, we're going to be talking about on some of our podcasts.
Yeah.
So I go out of my way. In fact, I remember one year, Baba Shala, I actually bought some beautiful cards, neutral cards to do with love. And I handwrote some nice messages to all my friends. And I posted it. I was deliberate about posting it because I wanted them to get something in the post. So it was a play on the commercial as well. It didn't cost me anything other than the stamp and some cards that and I made sure they were not ones say Happy Valentine and all that. They were just beautiful cards that represented, something nice. Oh my goodness.
I can imagine the reaction. So what I get is the intention behind sending that message, the intention on how you spend the day. It shouldn't just be, yes. Everybody's buying flowers.
Everybody's buying flowers. So and the flowers don't even smell good. Have you tried to smell roses these days? The roses is not real roses. Yeah. The lily is not Lily, so why are you spending your money? If I'm going to buy flowers, I want it to smell nice. What's the point? You're just doing a representation. Get me down some nice words. Send me some nice things. And I appreciate that. You know, women, we like, there's this stereotype that we like money, but I don't think it's stereotype. I think everybody likes money. But yeah, I mean, when you write that beautiful card, you could put something nice in there, you know? And it doesn't have to be a lot of money. So men out there, women out there, don't spend the money that you can use to do something else.
Yeah.
Say some nice words to somebody. Yeah. That is nice.
And let's
and be intentional about saying those nice words to somebody. Your friends, I guarantee you they will appreciate.
Definitely. On that note, you know, if you have any thoughts, you know, if you agree with Yowande or agree with me or disagree.
Well, I think on this occasion, we're more on the same side.
different ways of just celebrating it. Yeah, that was a nice one, nice chat.
Yeah. Yes, and, yes.
Yeah. Good stuff.
We'll catch you at the next podcast.
Yeah, good stuff. Good.
I got too many hoes, but they ain't you. You like to put that shit in your nose.